Last thing on the driver is ZXP Toolbox. When you click on it, it's going to take a couple of seconds before launching, and the first screen you're going to see is a screen with basically information on the printer. Some are repetition as before, like the firmware, driver and so on. Tells you that it's a USB interface, you have the serial number, how it is set up, so basically PVC high-core. And you have the option, like there is a magnetic encoding, there is a MyFair, there is also a contact, a smart card. On this printer, there is no lamination. And for the card which has been selected, you have here repetition of speed in and out for the card and the temperature for the top and bottom transfer rollers. Get information about the network configuration, like the IP address, gateway, and so on. You have the number of cards which has been printed by the printer, and we count also here the number of lines the printer has been printed. On the operating control panel, OCP, it's set up as in English with a contrast at 38. So here, just information, no way to change anything. You have, next one, printer sensor. It's going to tell you the sensors about the printer. It's a little bit dynamic, so depending, for example, the temperature here, you can have some changes, okay, depending basically on what you do with the printer and so on. And just to be sure that you print with the yellow panel, you should have here the tricolor state, which is the color sensor. It should show you yellow panel. So you know that the next panel to be printed on the next card will be the yellow panel, which is, okay, the good sequence, yellow, magenta, cyan, and so on. Again, here, information. More information for the media. It's not visual with bar here, just information with numbers. Again, type of ribbon, okay, type of transfer film, how many cards we have been printing, and model and so on. Basically, it's pure information. In configuration, we are going to have back here a second time the way to modify a little bit the printing compared to what the driver is sending to the printer. So same as before, you move the slider and you are going to change and see directly in the preview what those changes are going to do on the final result. Here again, click on Restore Default if you want to go back. Job log, very interesting one, where you can record on a text file everything the printer is doing, and you can select the parameters or the information you would like to see on that inside this file. So if you want to use a job log, select enable logging. You can select, for example, to create a new log file each day. So that will be his name. Okay, it's a text file. And you can here, for example, select text, date, printer serial number, static text like test or whatever. You have, I think, 16 characters there, plus eventually your username. And when you click here on Save Job Log Settings, automatically, when you are going to print, all the information you selected here will be added to this log file. So at the end of the day, at the end of the week or whatever, you can retrieve that log file and you will have a list of who did what, when, and so on regarding printing with this printer. Okay? And they are all stored in C document and setting, all users, that motive directory. That's for the log file. If you don't want it, just unselect it. Save and restore. You can, for the driver and the printer settings, save them and they are going to be saved on this location. Very convenient to do that, especially when you give a new printer to a customer. When everything is okay, just save both, give a name there, and then automatically you will have all the parameters from the driver and from the printer saved somewhere on the hard disk, here actually. So if for any reason the customer calls you and say, you know, I did something in the driver, I'm a little bit lost here, just fire up ZXP Toolbox, go in Save Restore, now click on Restore, for the driver and for the printer setting, select the one you saved previously, and automatically you are going to get back the drivers and the printer settings as you left them when you gave the printer to the customer. There is also a second advantage, is when you have a location with multiple printer. So you just concentrate on setting one printer with your customer, and again the colors he wishes, okay, how you want to print the UV, the inhibitor, blah 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 blah. When everything is okay, save them, driver and printer. Now retrieve them from here, put them on a USB pen drive. Now you go to the next PC and the third PC and so on, and you just restore them from your USB key, and automatically second printer, third printer and so on will have exactly the same parameters as the first one. So that saves you to do the job X time. If you have X printers, you just do the job once, and after you repeat everything everywhere.